No.
Our second speaker is going to be Bill, and I'm only going to read part of his introduction because I don't have my reading glasses, and I'll start going cross-eyed if I try to read all of this. But Bill has been married to Linda for nearly 40 years, and he still wonders to this day why, when he tells people that they want to pray for Linda. Bill's background is as varied as Florida's wildlife, though few would call his life totally wild. In high school, he discovered a talent for acting, and he became an honor thespian and was awarded that school's first Best Actor award, one of only 2 given. His forte is comedy acting, and has since headlined in community theater in such roles. I think that's a great introduction for his humorous speech tonight. So his title of that speech is Forget, Get Her Done, Get It Right. Please welcome Bill.
People have called me a man of few words. It should come as no surprise to many of you that those people, for the most part, are no longer allowed access to sharp instruments. My wife, bless her heart, is often referred to me in a similar manner. She calls it more of a man of a few choice words, mostly ones she doesn't like that are used all too frequently in public to her embarrassment. And would you believe she wants to be cured? So, as a family, we believe in efficiency. I mean, anytime we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone in the Peterside family, the Audubon Society is going to have a bad day. Give you an example. She knew I wanted to lose weight due to my gulosity.
Oh, very good.
And she read where it's not about just diet, but exercise too. The problem is, I'm the family spelling genius and not her. Well, it shouldn't have been a surprise for me when she came up with a solution for both my waist and my mouth. She started going on about how the Catholic Church had a program to deal with both. Well, that was kind of a surprise, but I thought immediately I knew what she meant. See, I've attended a lot of churches of different denominations, and I'm pretty familiar with most of their quirks. I was never a Catholic, but I did join an Episcopal church once, and I remember when I shared that with a Catholic friend of mine, he just beamed. I said, wait a minute. I don't know what you're going on so much about. I said I joined an Episcopal church, not a Catholic church. He said, no, you don't understand. Episcopal is Catholic light. So I said, oh, okay. But like I said, I thought I had the program for weight loss pretty much figured out. You see, I'd also attended Baptist churches. If we got any Baptists, you know these people are fun, and they don't need a lot of motivation to throw a spaghetti dinner for like 300. Now that's always confused me, as it should you, because how many Italian Baptists do you know? In contrast, I've sampled what Catholics and Episcopals and Anglicans serve at their services. If you can't lose weight on that little wafer and that little tiny sip, your hormones are screwed up worse than me. So, come to find out, though, that wasn't the plan at all. So here we are at home one beautiful Saturday morning. The clubs are already in the car, and there's doorbell rings. I open the door, and there's a priest standing there. Now, maybe sending a priest to your door on Saturday morning doesn't seem strange to you, but my wife's Jewish. So I'm confused, but I can't get her to cook on the Sabbath, but she can screw up a good golf game. Come to find out. So we spent the day with this holy man, and that's when I figured out her spelling error. She felt both my waist and my mouth had needed this special exercise. Well, don't let anyone ever confuse exercise with exorcism. And don't ever think that exorcism is a good replacement for 18 holes. But she was so far into this thing, I just decided to play along and have a little fun. So you know those words, guys, that sometimes it's kind of blurred out, you least expect expected. And you're always on guard to keep that from happening in front of the ladies, you know. Well, I took full advantage of the situation. You know, the priest is busy performing his rites, so I'm going to play along. So I reached down in that deep treasure trove of nasties going clear back to my Air Force days, when I won't tell you how to pass the what, you know. So I just let her fly. And my wife, bless her heart, oh, there she is. I'll never forget. She's got her hands clasped and all, and she's eyes are closed, and she's crying, yes, yes, because she's seeing all the demons go, you know. Wish I could get her to do something like that on other occasions, but anyway, the priest is out there as my cheerleader. He's going, come on, get it out, get it all out. Well, any of you thinking of having an exorcism? As I look around, I see there are a few candidates. I should note that there are some long-lasting effects. For instance, people used to enjoy sneaking up on you. When, you know, for the longest time, playing practical jokes. Well, see, I have a problem allowing them to pull that off. I had very limited range of motion to my neck. Came from all those nights I spent as a youth playing these funny games my mom had designed, where she'd tie me up when I was hyper, and duct tape my mouth and hang me in the closet till Daddy came home. She was always fun that way. You know, but I remember one time I shared that with one of my neighbor friends whose daddy was a cop, and Mommy went away for a while. Anyway, since the exorcism, it's been totally weird because now I got really good range of motion. In fact, I got full 360-degree cranial rotation, and no one slips up on me anymore. Now, another thing, some of you might have guessed over time with our meetings and all that I might be opinionated. Now, I know that sounds silly, but few of you have realized how totally non-confrontational I am. Seriously, I mean, well, judging from a few reactions, I'd say far too few of you realize that. Anyway, I've always been at a loss in such situations, but since the exorcism, all of that has changed. My confidence level is just unreal. One of the side effects in this great method is that I can now deal effectively with both liberals and Jehovah's Witnesses. And the side effect, when used properly, is phenomenal. It's called projection vomiting. Now, it's probably not for everyone, but it sure reminds those people of forgotten appointments elsewhere. And you know what? They never come back to resume the conversation. Go figure. But then the dry cleaners tell me that the toughest color to get out of any clothes is green. Thank you, Greg.